Hello everyone and welcome to my Royal Family Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Scotland reaps multi-million-pound income from the Crown Estate, thanks to King Charles. Scotland's income from the Crown Estate wind farms have netted the King and the Treasury £60 million. Scotland is clinging to surging revenues from wind farms on Crown-owned land, dealing the King and the Treasury a multi-million-pound blow. Its devolved government profited £60 million from the Crown Estate Scotland over a 5-year period, with the possibility for billions of pounds of investment in floating offshore wind farms. The estate and the SNP-led administration stand to benefit even more. However, the Treasury in London has no intentions to raise the £6 million it deducts from overall funding each year to reflect the shift of Crown Estate income to the Holyrood administration. The King owns the Crown Estate, but they do not control it, and earnings have been surrendered by every ruler since 1760 in exchange for a taxpayer-funded stipend. The Crown Estate Scotland profit in the penultimate year before devolution was £6 million, but that figure has subsequently risen to £15.7 million in 2021-22, according to the most current figures disclosed. Meanwhile, the Crown Estate Scotland, which owns the seabed out to 12 nautical miles and half of the shoreline, increased by 25% last year to £568.2 million. Its profits are intended to have an impact on how the royal family is funded. The monarch receives an amount equal to 25% of the Crown Estate profits in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Until 2017, profits from Scotland were also included. If Crown Estate Scotland's £60 million profits were still factored into the system, the Queen would have received an extra £15 million since then. The risk of money being lost sparked a controversy in 2015 when Sir Alan Reid, the Queen's keeper of the Privy Purse at the time, warned that Scottish profits would no longer be included in the calculation. Sir Alan said he accepted assurances from then First Minister Nicola Sturgeon that the overall sovereign grant would not be reduced as a result of Crown Estate devolution. However, the Scottish gains were not factored into the computation. Treasury officials have been eager to remind out that Scottish taxpayers, like the rest of the UK, continue to fund the monarchy through the Consolidated Fund General Tax Pot, as the sovereign grant comes from the Consolidated Fund General Tax Pot. Scottish taxpayers pay into the Consolidated Fund through general taxation and thus make a fair contribution, a spokesman stated. The three royal trustees of the sovereign grant, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, and current keeper of the Privy Purse Sir Michael Stevens, are reviewing the funding mechanism with the help of Treasury staff. There are no plans to include Crown Estate Scotland income in a new formula that is expected to be pegged to a smaller percentage of profits in the rest of the UK, in order to prevent the monarch from benefiting from a massive increase in money from offshore wind. The King has stated that he should not benefit from the windfall, and that any gains should be distributed to the nation. If the Crown Estate Scotland profits were included this year, the sovereign grant, which is currently £86.3 million per year, would be £3.2 million higher. Yesterday, the King paid respect to his late mother by visiting the Jubilee Gates, which were recently built at Edinburgh's Palace of Holyrood House to commemorate her 70 years on the monarchy. Charles and Queen Camilla unveiled a plaque commemorating the gates, which were commissioned as a gift to the late Queen by the High Constables of Holyrood House, a corps of ceremonial bodyguards. Tribute. The King was also given a volume of historic images, which he promised to look at immediately. The organization's moderator, Roderick Urquhart, said they were thrilled with the gates, which will allow easier access to the area around Holyrood Abbey. They include heraldic symbols from the four nations and ruffled feathers at Netflix because the Duchess thinks she can control Hollywood. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have explored a variety of initiatives and large entertainment deals since leaving the royal family, with variable degrees of success. According to a source, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have ruffled feathers while working with Netflix, following a rocky era in their fortunes as their £15 million partnership with Spotify comes to an end. After their docuseries, Harry and Meghan brought in massive ratings for the streaming site last December. The couple has begun generating fresh content for Netflix with 2 future projects. There's even speculation of the couple winning an Emmy for the series, which would boost their profile even more in the United States. However, their candid description of their relationship and life as working royals may have caused them to reveal too much about themselves, with some suggesting they should reevaluate their brand in order to succeed. The greatest fear from Meghan and Harry's perspective is that this latest controversy and criticism will be the straw that breaks the camel's back when it comes to what the public thinks of them and how much money they can earn, a Netflix source told Closer magazine. Things may have to change in terms of joint appearances, and certainly bashing the royals together appears to be off the table for the foreseeable future. They went on to say that the couple ruffled feathers at Netflix, saying, "Harry is no problem, but Meghan thinks she knows how to run Hollywood." Although their docuseries focus primarily on their personal lives, their two forthcoming productions will depart from royal life and feature other perspectives. Their long-awaited documentary Heart of Invictus is set to be published on Netflix in August, following wounded and sick armed forces soldiers as they compete in the Invictus Games, which Prince Harry created. They are also rumored to be working on a new show called Bad Manners, which is a prequel to Charles Dickens' novel Great Expectations and focuses on the character Miss Havisham. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing for the Sussexes, as it was announced last month that they would no longer be generating new material with Spotify, with no second series for Meghan's podcast Archetypes. According to a source, Meghan has been distraught by the recent allegations that she is not working hard enough. Meghan is distraught over the Spotify snub and the fallout that has ensued, they said. It's completely thrown her off balance. She can't believe she's been attacked so viciously and publicly by one of their executives, and being labeled grifters is an utterly humiliating and gut-wrenching all-time low. It served as a brutal reality check that things really do need to change if they want to save their popularity. Her team has warned her that she has no future with Harry and that she needs to focus on her own projects rather than being seen as one half of Brand Sussex. They believe that if Meghan works harder on her own, she will have more chances to save her career. It will offer them some breathing room, and hopefully Harry and
rebuild
Meghan might
their
face
confidence.
serious legal ramifications as a result of the Netflix documentary. On GB News, host Dan Wootton stated that the legal action was in response to the Sussexes' complaints against American YouTuber Shallon Lester. According to GB News, Harry and Meghan could face legal action for their bombshell Netflix documentary series. Dan Wootton, the show's host, spoke with American journalist and YouTuber Shallon Lester, who was portrayed in the documentary series as a middle-aged housewife who was part of a cabal organizing vicious internet assaults on the Sussexes. Shallon called the use of her image in the series defamation, slander, mischaracterization, and misinformation in a video put on YouTube this week. If you're going to go on a documentary and present something as fact, you better be able to back it up, Shallon told Dan Wootton last night. "I am offended. I was described as being in my 40s and a housewife, yet I am neither. I grew up when documentaries were factual and fact-checked. I'm a journalist, there's a journalistic process, and there's something called integrity, honesty, and truth. And this documentary presented a conspiracy theory as fact without a single screenshot, DM, YouTube clip, or anything to back it up." Shallon went on to say that she thought as a global citizenry, people were sick of Meghan and Harry presenting their imagined victim narrative as fact. Eventually, you're going to make claims that are not only false, but defamatory, and the buck has to stop somewhere, and that somewhere is me. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.